Thokozani. My name is Noma and welcome to Learning with Noma, your online comprehensive classroom where we're changing our lives one lesson at a time. And today's topic is just been inspired. Just had a live on TikTok and I was just given tips on how to prepare for ukuhlola. So yes, tips on ukuhlola before ukuhlola, during the procedure of ukuhlola, and even after ukuhlola, what are the things that you need to do. And this, believe me, are just tips from Gogo Noma. They are not specific to any Ndumba. It's just from my own experiences and from my own Ndumba. So please do not want to take this and go and apply them or ask Ugogo or someone that you are consulting with to say, but Ugogo said this and this. If you're coming to my space, they will be applicable. But again, the pre-tips can be applicable even in your own space before you even go and consult with your chosen spirit guider and chosen by your spirit guides. So yes, my name is Gogo Noma and this is Learning with Noma. If you have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button, hit the like on the video and share the video. In this classroom, a lesson learned is a lesson shared, or a lesson learned should be a lesson shared. Today's topic, the tips on ukuhlola. So before you go to a spiritual consultation, it is a spiritual consultation. I think I've said it in many of my videos that if you are new in a space and you get sick, you won't just go to any doctor or Google a doctor. The first thing that we normally do as human beings is you'll take a phone and call someone that you've met and you've sort of like befriended and say, hey, listen, I'm not feeling well. Can you recommend a GP for me? Or can you recommend a doctor that I can go and see? So you ask the people around who have been staying in that space, who know the doctors, and who will then refer you or recommend for you to go to their trusted general practitioner. Same in spirit. If you need guidance to find a spiritual guider or a healer that will cater for the spiritual needs of your people, you need to tap into spirit. If you're not familiar with ukphahla, I did leave a link in the description below, so please do just that arrow that is facing up, just click it to face down. In the description below you'll find a link on ukphahla part 1, communicating with your ancestors, ukphahla part 2, reintroducing yourself to your ancestors. But if you're not familiar with ukphahla, and you've listened to my video and it doesn't really make sense to you yet, you can still tap into prayer. Pray and ask for spiritual guidance to say, I'm in need of spiritual consultation. I'm in need of spiritual guidance from someone who will explain to me what's happening in my life. So before you even say, I'm going to go online and check, because there's a lot of us online now. You know, we are, there's just so much of us and you can resonate with someone else, not myself. And that is okay. Now I'm happy that we are out there and people can find us, and spiritual consultations are no longer seen as a taboo, or there's no stigma attached to it anymore. People understand that it is something that is necessary. As much as we go for physical consultations every year, you go when you're sick, when you're spiritually at disease, you need a spiritual consultation. You need a spiritual diagnosis that will then give you spiritual treatment. But for me is to say, seek it spiritually. Pray about it. Put it down there. When you pray, do say that I need spiritual guidance. May you please direct me. And it can be a sangoma, your diviner. It can be prophet, someone who works with istunya, profeta, mutalo bulela baibela, shebeka mezi, whatever modality or medium that is going to help connect you to your spiritual people or your spiritual guides, and that person will be able to cater for those people. That is the guidance that you need. Mostly we do come to abogogo nabomkhulu so that they can throw the bones and do the divination through the bones. But guys, always seek for spiritual guidance. I know people have gone to mediums and they received all the answers that they've required. It's just that with coming in Dumbeni, there's just diversity, because uzotolugutu gogo usebesa kaba profeta, divination through bones. We work with water. We also have some abalosi. So you know that there's a lot. Others we do tarot card reading. There's just a lot that we work with. But always, always, always ask spirit to guide you. The second point is that when you then find someone that resonates with you, let me say the answers can come in different ways. Firstly, because like I said, there's a lot of us in social media. Maybe you have asked and you have prayed. Maybe it's your third day, or maybe you've just prayed and said, I need guidance. I need a sign that this person will be good for me. And you go onto your Facebook, and as you open your news feeds, you see Gogo Noma, and she's talking about something that resonates with you. Take it a step further. Go and paddle back to the ancestors and say, okay, you've shown me this person. I'm going to go and book a consultation. Please guide me. Please be with me. Please help that person to have a spiritual connection with you and help them to be truthful in my way. So already put it out there to spirit that you are there to get truth, you are there to get guidance, you are there to get light. So you ask for guidance, and once you've received the answer can come in dreams, where you then see yourself talking to somebody else, and you ask that person in the morning when you wake up, and they're able to say, yes, no, I do know someone who can help you. Or in conversation, somebody says, okay, you've got a spiritual problem, let me refer you to somebody who has helped me. So the answer can come in many different ways, guys. Do not disregard, but take something that resonates with you, that sits right with your spirit, because you've asked for spiritual guidance. They will definitely make you aware when they are the ones who are answering you. So once you've identified that person, like I said, also go back and paddle or pray about it to say, let this person bring to me light, life, and under your guidance, let them be truthful, because we forget to sometimes even pray for our pastors, to sometimes even pray for our doctors. But we do need to keep them in prayer, even us as abogogo nabomkhulu. After you've consulted, or before you consult, just paddle would say, yes, I've identified Gogo Noma. As I go into this consultation, can you please be with me? Can you please guide, and can you please ensure truth and light and life into this consultation that I'm taking? The other thing is there are different rules for different Ndumbas. So maybe when you come to Gogo, whatever, when you come to a different Gogo for a consultation, there might be rules that says, in my Ndumba, just know that when you come for a consultation, you need to have your head wrapped, you need to have a skirt and a long skirt at it, you need to cover your shoulders. So there'll be different rules for different Ndumbas. For me particularly, I do not have any certain rule. I always say that when you have asked for that spiritual guidance to identify a spiritual person, you've booked a consultation. Before you go to the consultation, as we book the consultation, maybe let's say we are booking for you to come tomorrow, or we are booking for you to come in 3 days. In that time, try also to see what feels right for you to enter into the space. It can be that you feel, I'm not going to go in the space with a trouser, I'm going to wear a skirt, I'll be wearing in this particular manner, because your ancestors will also make you feel things and make you say, I will not be comfortable in this. That is them talking to you. They've got their own way, just the same as Uyopatla. There's videos out there that tells you this is how you need to wear, this is how you need to conduct yourself. But at the end of the day, everything is always given back by Tlozi, and they will show you how they will want you to behave around them, how they will want you to wear, and certain things that you will want to do. So for me specifically, Ndumbeni, I do not really have a particular dress code, but I will always say dress with respect, be comfortable, and always know what your ancestors like. Do you know what to Gogo Utanda? You know how you dress when you go to your cultural your traditional things at home, or you know how you dress at funerals at home, or how a woman is expected to dress at home, how a man is expected to dress at home. We all have different cultures for different reasons, and different rules of attire for different reasons. So always be truthful to yourself, and then you are welcomed in my space. For me particularly, like I say, no specifications as such, just to say be respectable, be comfortable in what you're wearing, and be respecting also to your ancestors. So that's the other thing when you prepare now for the consultation. And again, as you prepare for the consultation, talk to your spirit guides and ask them to be present. As you leave the house, pray. If you are praying to God, inform God and the angels, I'm leaving, can you please be with me? If you are familiar with Patla Togozan, I am now getting out, I'm going to Gogo Noma's I'm going to Gogo Noma's place for the consultation that I talked about. Please be with me, please be present in the consultation. So that is you now preparing to come. But again, just before I get into the consultation itself, let us be careful of history giving, guys. When it comes to spiritual consultations, they are exactly that. They're spiritual consultation. They are not like your physical consultations or Mina, where I come from. Again, please let us keep highlighting that everything that I'm sharing on this video is based on Indumbayam, or how you come preparing for Gogo Noma. Some of the things may not be general, some may be general, but the one thing that I need to highlight is that for me specifically, I do not do history taking before a consultation. I do not do chit chat. I do not do small talks. If you have booked a consultation with me, Togoza Gogo, you will get all the information you need to book a consultation. You send the proof of payment, and then you book your consultation. I do not want you to tell me, Gogo, I need to book this consultation because I've got financial problems, my marriage is falling apart, this and that, this and that, this and that. I believe that is something that will then come, because Ndumbeni, I do not ask you what is wrong, but I need to tell you what is wrong and what is at disease. That is where I come from. That is where you know the patient will come in, or the client will come in, and uzoshaya matambo, ask abantu abadala to reveal to you. Yes, there might be question as you are going and navigating and asking, why do they show this, why that, they're showing me this, do you know of it? And you will confirm. But I will under no circumstances want you to give me, where do you live, do you have kids, do you have this, do you have that. That is something that needs to be revealed by ancestors when we do the consultation. So please, for me, those who are doing the bookings, stop giving me your history. It disturbs the process in itself, because the process is about giving a spiritual diagnosis, saying to you, Togoza Gogo, this is not happening in your life because spiritually you are not okay on this. So when you start giving too much away, then it's sort of like when Gishaya Matambo and Rosie want to give us those things, but I told you about it, Gogo. So it does no longer become a consultation, but it becomes, we chatted about it. It's nothing new. So please, when you book a consultation, a spiritual consultation, Mina personally and Dumbeni, and you know, when you book somewhere else and you're asked these questions, do not feel that, but Gogo Noma said, but this is specific to me and Indumbayam, to say, do not give history. Allow spirit to give a spiritual diagnosis, to give spiritual treatment, and for us to treat everything spiritually. So that is, for me, another rule before consultations, to say you just book the consultation, but you do not give history. Then when you come for a consultation, when you arrive for your consultation, again, there are different rules at different Ndumbas. Other Ndumbas, you have to wash your hands. There's a bowl of water, but I know now because of COVID, people would rather go to the tap and wash their hands there, or there's a jug where you are actually having water poured on your hands. Others umloto corner the ash, and you rub your hands with ash, and there's what do you call impepo that will be, you know, it will just smudge around you and it will remove all the negative energies. Other Ndumbas, you'll then be given pre-preparation procedures to do. Maybe it's being told when you come you must not and like I say, I'm not putting them out there to say there are rules applicable in Ndumbeni everywhere, but I know other Ndumbas will be told the day you come for your consultation, please make sure that 3 days before then you have not been involved in any sexual intercourse, you have not been drinking. So there's lots of rules for different Ndumbas. Be sure that as you prepare for your consultation, or as you book your consultation, you adhere to the rules of where you're going, because if your ancestors have directed you to that person, maybe you've got a drinking problem and your ancestors are trying to help you with your drinking problem, and that's why they're saying tell this person not to drink for the next 3 days before they come and consult with you. So guys, in summary, let me say this. Okay, before I even get to the summary, let me say, when you enter Ndumbeni, for me, the advice that I will give, get there with an expecting heart. Have questions, but the questions will be in you, like, you know, have that thing with okay, because I want to know, why am I not dreaming, why am I not progressing in my work when others are progressing, why am I not being promoted when I know the job and I've got qualifications and this and this. Those are the questions that you have internally, but you have not said them out loud, so you are expecting these answers as you enter. But again, in your expectation, be a clean slate. Understand that anything can be written on those pages. For an example, people come in Ndumbeni because things are not working out in their lives. It can be in your relationship, it can be general in your life, and you're expecting ugogo ukuthi uzothi uyaloyiwa walowa kibuloyi into it's witchcraft. But Dlozi surprises you and say, tell him or her to fix their ways. They drink every day. They want a job, but they don't send CV out. They want a job, but they are choosy. When we give them something at the bottom so that they can work their way up, they don't want it. And it's very difficult for people when you tell them that actually, how low the problem is you need to fix you in order for your life to be in order. So when you come in, Dumbeni, please come with an expecting heart, but also understand that the answers that you might get are not the answers that you might like. Just the same as when we pray, sometimes you're expecting the answer to come in a certain way, and you're expecting to win lotto, but then no, you are given this big job that's going to require you to work late in the night in order to manifest the money, and you don't want that. You want easy come, and what we say, easy come, easy go. So always know that the answers are going to be there. The answers will come. That is a definite, but they might not be dressed in the way that you like, or it might not be a gift wrapped in the gift wrap that you desire. Always be open to understanding that closely. We talk about our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers, and when they come to reprimand, they will come and reprimand away an adult or an elderly would. When they come to guide us, they will come away an elderly would, because even if you tell them, I love my boyfriend, they will still say to you, ngwana o kya mubona but haulukela. My child, I can see you love this man, but this man, I can tell from a distance, they're not good for you. My child, I can see you love this woman, but I'm telling you from a distance, you're not going to go anywhere with this woman. You two are not compatible. That is how Closey is, and that is how our elders are. So in summary, firstly, as you seek spiritual consultation, ask for spiritual guidance from your guides. It can be through prayer or ukphahla. Secondly, once you have identified the person that you're going to go and consult with, go back in prayer and phahla and ask for abantu abadala to make sure that the consultation booked will have light guidance, and it will provide answers that you need, and those answers will bring life unto your life, and they will get rid of the disease, and you will identify the root cause, and you will deal with it the best way they know how under their guidance. Thirdly, if there's any pre-preparation that you need to do before we are endumbeni ka gogo or umkhulu, please take those into consideration and take them and respect them and do them as you have been instructed. Fourthly, as you arrive as godweni saka gogo saka mkhulu, do what you are being directed to do to show respect to the ancestors of that space and also to your ancestors, because if they have directed you there, it means they can resonate with the spiritual guidance of the gogo or the mkhulu, and they will be able to cater for their needs in spirit and not for your needs in the physical being. So respect. If you are told wash your hands, if you lota, use them lota. Do what you are supposed to do when you get there. Lastly, come in endumbeni with an expecting heart, but as a clean slate, like a new page where everything can be written. And do not disregard anything that is said in the consultation. Rather go and phahla about it. If it does not sit well with you, do not disregard, do not dismiss, because sometimes something that you are told endumbeni during a consultation can be something that will happen to you 3-4 years later, because when we hlola, the ancestors take us to the past, they take us to the future, and they can also show us something in the present. And sometimes when they take us to the future, you don't even know how you're going to get there, but they're saying to you, this is what's going to happen. I've had a consultation about 4 years ago, and I did not understand when the gogo told me that, hey, listen, this is what's going to happen, because at that time it seemed so impossible, and I was not even thinking about it. I was even against it. And when it happens 4 years later, I'm like, she said it. I did not disregard it. I did not dismiss it, but I just put it there and I said, okay, I'm going to pack you. When your time is right, I know you shall come to pass too. So when you get endumbeni, do not disregard, do not dismiss. But if something does not sit right with you, you are going to phahla about it. And guys, a second opinion, just like the Batopele principles in medicine, second opinion, you must not feel guilty about it. And also when you do second opinions, my advice is, do not say, Gogo Noma, may I please book a consultation with you? I've been to 3 people and they've been telling me that I've got a gift. I just want you to confirm. Just book a consultation on a clean slate. Do not tell me where you've been, because as I consult, it was no, this child had already they've been to 3 ndumbas, or they've been to, not even maybe sometimes give me the exact number, but they'll say, but they've been to so many people to consult, and we keep telling them the same thing. So that will come up if it's significant to Idlozi that you are not listening, we have already spoken through 4 or 5 people, what are you still doing here? Or we have already spoken through 2 people, and maybe I might add something onto what those people have said. But guys, history giving, just try to limit history giving, because you'll be exposing yourself. There are dangers in history giving, and maybe one day I'll do a short video on the dangers of history giving before a spiritual consultation, because you need to allow spirit to take over. I hope that you have found the tips in this video helpful, and that it will also assist you as you prepare for Uklola. In the description below, there is a link to Uklola, the lesson, just unpacking Uklola. What is Uklola? Why do we Hlola? How often should we Hlola? You can watch that video and learn more about Uklola. My name is Gogo Noma, and this is Learning with Noma, your comprehensive online classroom where we are changing our lives one lesson at a time. If you have not yet subscribed, click the subscribe button, like the video, and share the lesson. In this classroom, a lesson learned should be a lesson shared. Thank you so much for your love and support. Lesedi, Kganya.